Mm, why do humans live? Oh, before we all start cringing because that was such a corny thing to ask, but it's true. You know, it's 1 a.m. You have these thoughts about reflecting on your life, and you really start thinking: Is that is this what humans are supposed to be doing? Is this what living is? Like, what does living your life look like? Right? And you compare yourself to everyone else. You know, I'm graduate. No, I'm not even graduate. I'm supposed to be graduating, but I'm taking summer classes, going on to the next school year, while everyone has a graduated already. All my peers graduated, or you know, everyone's making money, and you're like in $1,000 in credit card debt, and you don't even know how you're gonna pay it because FAFSA doesn't come in. So you're just thinking, like, what am I doing? Right? Like, what are you doing? What's the goal? It's very hard to like your life sometimes. Okay, I'm not. You know, my life. Like I keep saying that my life could be worse. My life could be better, but knowing that my life could be worse, it doesn't make my life feel better. It doesn't make me feel better about my life. And I might be ungrateful. I might be too spoiled, but I don't know what else to tell you. Okay, everybody goes through problems, everybody has issues, everybody has wants and needs, dislikes, hates, things that they love, things that they hate. Everybody has these things, right? Everybody goes through issues. You know, just now, like credit card debt, $1,000 credit card. Now I have to, excuse me. Now I have to spend like 2K because my car's not working. Being lonely, but all of these are temporary problems. But that still doesn't make me feel any better. And all of these problems are preventing me from, I don't know how else to say it, but enjoying my life. Like I said, I like bodybuilding, right? But I get body dysmorphia. I like eating, but I don't want to be too fat. I don't want to be fat anymore. I like money, but I don't want to work for it. I like playing video games, but you get bored after a while. Like, you, there's so many things that you like, but then you start disliking it. Like, you do the things that you used to enjoy, but now you, for some reason, you find ways to not enjoy these things anymore, right? Plus, all the things that you already disliked in the first place. Like, who likes being in debt? You know, who likes having to spend 2K just to fix a problem that you don't even want in the first place about your car? So what is the point of living if you're faced with all of these problems, right? You go through so many trials of difficulties, of challenges, and when you overcome these challenges, you don't feel any much better, right? Maybe the gratification is just so far out there, or maybe that whatever challenges you thought you faced, or the challenges that you thought you overcame, you haven't overcame them yet. That could be one. So there's no be like satisfaction that you get yet because you actually haven't finished that challenge, if that makes sense. You haven't reached the end. So there's no satisfaction yet. But then going back to the comparison thing is that, okay, I haven't reached my goal. How come people are reaching their goals already? People have girlfriends, people have boyfriends, people are already in relationships. or not even just relationships, but people are already making a bunch of money. People are already traveling all over the places. People have friends. People have friend groups, and that's because everybody's living their own life. Everybody's on a different path. Everybody's doing their own thing. But the reason why, at least I do that, is because I am not sure how to live my life. And like I said, very cringy, very corny, very dilly dally. But how do you live your life? What is the point of living? Why do humans live? Why are we just existing? Are we just doing a bunch of stuff? Facing all these problems and just hopefully that we make it at the end. Like what am I supposed to do? How do I live my life? You know, cause you, cause you have all these information given to you from movies, media, etc. You have all these information to tell you what you can do with your life, but you sometimes you just don't like any of it. Or even if you did try it, you still don't enjoy it. It's depression. I don't know. Hopefully, it's not. I don't know why there was a pause. It sounded like hopefully I have depression. No, no, no. Hopefully not. Hopefully I don't have depression. I'm trying to stroke my beard, but I don't have a beard. It's very rare for Asians to grow facial hair. Actually, it's not rare. I lied. It's not rare. But you don't see it a lot sometimes. You don't really see Asian people with facial hair. But I don't even know what I'm trying to necessarily talk about in this video. But it it's really hard to, because you get so hung up with your own life, hung up with problems and issues, and you just don't know how to be okay with all of it. Well, I mean, I guess you're not trying to be okay with your life. I guess you're not trying to be okay with all these problems. I mean, so how do you enjoy it? You have so many issues. You're trying to enjoy the little things. I enjoy the pump. I enjoy going out once in a while to have food or trying new places. You know, going out in your comfort zone to, I guess, go to different cities. But then you start questioning and you start feeling happy when you do those things. You start feeling happy when you go out once in a while, you try new food, you get that pump, right? I mean, of course, it costs you. Now you're more in credit card debt. But then it's like you don't feel better. And I think the reason why is because every single action that you do, it has consequences, right? There's always a trade-off, right? And it's always usually money. That's why I'm in credit card debt. I keep going back to credit card debt. I'm gonna pay it off soon, hopefully. I don't know, dude. Like, everybody's in debt. But Dude, I don't know. Because you already know that everything has a consequence. You know, you like I said, you not having a job, you not wanting to work, of course that has consequences. You need money to live, or else you're gonna be in credit card debt. You need what else? I can't think of it right now. You try to drive your car because you're a car guy, like you like to drive your car, but of course you have to pay for gas. It, you know, you want all of these things. They it's hard to enjoy your life because you can't pick and choose. You have to sacrifice one thing to get whatever it is that you want. Some people have to sacrifice time. Some people have to sacrifice relationships. You have to give up something. So is this what living is? Are you supposed to live your life this way? Just giving up so many things in return with another thing? If so, that might be life. It's not a bad thing necessarily. It's just an observation. I'm not trying to make it seem like a bad thing, where you have to give up something. Like like trust me, I keep making like this $1,000 or 1,000 um, debt that I have. You know, like I'm probably making a bigger deal than it really is. Like money comes and goes. Habits can come and go. I just have to fix that habit. I just try to enjoy life without spending money. But honestly, it's just a bunch of gas. Dude, literally all my that's literally 10 filled tanks, right? I literally filled my cuz I use two cars. I use two cars. That's two tanks that I have to pay for. Because some I use some one tank is the one I go to cuz I commute to school, and the other one is for um just regular driving because I'm a car guy and having a car is expensive, of course, but literally just gas. If you look at my credit card, the whole thing is it's just gasoline. That's literally what all my like I probably go out to eat, like I spend like I don't know $30 $30 every now and then just to go out and eat. But I really don't go yeah. I okay, I'm going off topic. But it's really hard to enjoy your life when you're so focused on the consequences instead of the trade-off. You know what I mean? Or like what you're trying to receive. Like you're too focused on the things that you lost instead of the things that you gained. I think living life, you just have to pick and choose. I think it's just a perspective. It's just a perspective where you have to look at life a certain way to enjoy it. And or you can look at your life in a certain way to have so many things to dislike it. But questions still left unanswered. That came straight from a movie because it sounded cool at the time, but as I'm saying it right now, it did not sound cool. But anyways, I'm gonna wrap it up. Thanks for watching. Thanks for literally listening to me say a bunch of nonsense. But anyways, That's all I really have for you today. But well, tonight it's like two, probably like two right now. But anyways, I'm gonna catch you on the next video, and hope you're having a good one. Peace.